Cancer, so nice to see you. Helena here talking to you about you and your month of October. And thank you so much for being here. Wow, you're not, how can I say, you are well, but you're not well if you're starving, if you're hungry, you know. There is a time and place for things, and now is not the time to be unwell. It is a time to be graced with greater belief in yourself and a greater fractal formation of what you have. So what you have is what you're worth, and this is not to say that this is it. It is just basically this is the beginning. These are the ingredients of the new game. And I feel that for yourself, Cancer, it's a perfect time to just start looking out and finding new things that will come, but not to scramble for them. So if you can imagine a crab sitting inside rocks, and then he's just looking out, and he's looking out for whatever comes in, and then he grabs it as it comes in. You know, you do not have to look out there and try too hard, because there's a thing, as I feel with you, Cancer, sometimes when you go too far out of yourself, you stretch yourself thin, and I feel you become something almost unrecognizable to people. So definitely not a good time to stress out and to worry. Wrong choices can be easily made when you're like, oh, okay, I'll just go over here, I'll just go over there, and you sort of start juggling yourself between people and places. It's a really nice time to let go and to enjoy. It's like, okay, so in October I've been placed here. These are the people around me, these are the circumstances, and these are the types of worlds where I belong, or this is where I've been last, and this is where I'm going to go now. Or, okay, so these are the types of energies that I'm commuting with. Okay, so these are the types of things that I'm for. These are the types of things that mirror me back. This is the type of job where I'm likely to succeed. Okay, so these are the types of girls and boys that I'm going to probably involve myself with. All right, okay, so this is the tree. This is the trunk of my consciousness tree. This is where it's all going to begin, and this is where it's all going to end, and this is all that there is for now. But don't worry, the more will come. Basically, we're looking at the base. So if you can imagine somebody creating a sculpture or creating some kind of like a mold for something, you know, they're just starting to create it, and they're kind of making like sort of like a maquette, or like the first kind of like taking on the sculpture. Don't judge the sculpture, you know, it's the beginning. It looks munted, of course, but then eventually there'll be eyes and a nose and arms and legs. Basically what we're doing is we're forming for yourself a new base for the next 12 or so years, in terms of people, in terms of commitment, in terms of connection, in terms of glancing, in terms of understanding, in terms of joining, in terms of being, and in terms of you as well, in terms of how you are interpreted and how you are misinterpreted perhaps, but most importantly about who you are and who you were, being kind of like wiped clean and sort of almost angelically restructured. So we've got a miracle space for you, we've got miracle space, and suddenly you understand, hey, my relationship with a person was never so bad, or like, hey, these people always loved me, or I love myself for this person, or how much fun we have. So communion, communication, connection, and soulful activity, soulful connection is going to become the best thing on your plate. So don't be hungry. Don't be hungry. Hunger might awaken you a feeling that there is something of need, there is something of want, and there is something of a mistake going on. So you may actually find, oh, like a feeling like, I need something else. I can't go with this, I can't go with that. I have to have something else, I have to have something else. And you might be like, almost like stuck for a flavor. Don't do that. It is nice to just watch the scenery go by. Again, imagine yourself as a crab between rocks, and you're kind of like seeing the scenery go by, and when something catches your eye, don't look out, what is the missing ingredient, what is it that I need? Don't ask yourself too much. So you're kind of like in the ocean of life, and you're kind of like sitting there and you're watching it all kind of go by, and then you're like, oh, seaweed, yum, you know, like that. Or like, oh, that's the person that I was waiting for, okay. Oh, that's the interesting story that I need. Oh, okay, that makes sense, it feels good. Or, this is something for me. So basically take it in as it comes through, and it feels to me that the best thing is the floating things. The best thing is the things that just float in, float by. Hey, how's it going? Good. Hey, Cancer. Hey. That's the best part of it, I feel. The easiness and the freedom with which things come to you and which establish you further. So you already have your little castle, you've got your friends, you've got your things, you probably already have your mind or something about you intellectually that's already embarrassingly good at understanding freedom, understanding choice, at understanding people, and understanding negotiation, what people want or what people communicate through, or what certain types of personalities require for negotiation. You kind of can see it, and it's like, oh, there it is, there it is, there it is. And now for you, the best thing is to settle down and just to count your chickens, count what you have. Don't get hungry about, like, okay, my friend got married this year, or like my mother, you know, she thought that I would this year, or like I was this. No, 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 no. You have it. It is already yours. So the beginning, the underpainting of your reality for the next 12-year cycle or so, it's already established. It's all very beautiful. It is exactly what you needed, and it's exactly what you've prayed for. Maybe even your ancestors prayed for, the world prayed for. It's got a mystical, magical feeling about it, and it's got life. It's got life, and it's got choice. So for yourself, it might be interesting to connect to this as a spectacle. Oh my gosh, I have a job. Oh my gosh, I have a car. I've got a new car this year. That's an amazing thing. Or like, wow, I sold everything I had and I bought this. So as you're looking at the ingredients of life at present, don't go like, oh, I'm missing something. Where's my butter? You know, the butter will come. You don't even need butter. You think, where is my butter? Like, where is my person? Where is this person? I know what I'm missing. I need this, 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 and this. And you're screaming out for it, screaming out for it. It's not so good. So it's like, don't scream out for anything. Don't, like, you know, megaphone, excuse me, universe, I think you made a mistake. I think you made a mistake, universe. I want more of this and less of this. Why do I have this person right now? I want more. You know, why do I have this car? I want a bigger car. But you have to understand that sometimes things don't come in with ease when you don't feel at ease with the universe, with you, universe. So however easy you were feeling in the last year, build you to this. Here is your smorgasbord. And here's what it's worth. And the little joke of life is, you'll get more the more you like it. The more you like it, the more you go, huh. Sometimes, this is a funny thing about you that I feel you should know. Sometimes you go, I like it. I like it. I actually really like, oh, this is nice. This is nice. And you go into this moment of like, and you're like, this is lively. This is lovely. This is likable. This is for me. And then when you do this, sometimes you're like, I don't want any more. No, I don't want any more. I'm just going to inspire myself through these 3 simple ingredients on my table. Oh, this is nice. And then somehow you get more. It's almost like you get like a freaking package at the door. Actually, hang on a minute, Cancer. But that's not all. You've got friends, or like you've got more. So start appreciating especially the people around you, because it feels to me when you are starting to use your negotiative gifts that you've acquired in this year, hopefully in the previous month, you might want to connect more and more and more and more and more to those people that are knowing, to these situations, to these creative cycles, to these considerate feelings that you've developed in also on Virgo, in the month of Virgo, yeah. And through that, you might actually feel that you do not actually need these extra ingredients. You might actually find, wow, my reality is so specifically precise and profound. As October, I feel, makes you understand what you truly needed this whole time, what you truly actually deserved, and what you really have to have as a person, as a mother, or as a son, or as just a guy, you know, as a woman. You might actually find, these are the only ingredients. These are the special ingredients that are going to make the best life for me yet. And also open my frontiers to many others, many other lives, maybe, as well. As you might actually be understanding, oh, I've got actually a generous gift with people. I can actually home a lot of people. I can actually kindly, gently become a lot wiser and a lot more grounded. And with time, considerably more peaceful as well. And here is where Cancer changes their life. This is where you might actually find that in this month, you'll just almost like sleep and then wake up and you're a different person. Or you might almost like die and be reborn. Or how can I say, it's metaphorical, it's not physical. don't be scared. It's almost like a new type of idea comes in and you didn't even realize it, but that's like a completely new worldview. Or you may just suddenly, in some weird way, persist with a new beginning, or create for yourself a new identity, or make someone else almost like a worthier part of themselves, a worthier part of their life. And of course, when you are fixing us, when you are working with us, when you're working with whoever is in your home or with whatever's in your house, you may actually find that you're a genius, you're a gentle wave that basically sculpts the rocks. And even the harshest people with the harshest karma and the hardest way in the world are just going to open up and shine. So if you've never had an opening with somebody in your family, if you never had any luck with your pet, if you had awful situations continue, you might actually find that when you're gentle and graceful about who you have here, what you have going on, is going to work, unless you are really bad, like you feel really bad. And occasionally your inner feelings can be really, really, how can I say, it's not the same as for Taurus this month. They can be very, very distrustful of you and other people. If you are incredibly distrustful and you're feeling unthankful and really unuseful in the situation, you don't see how or why you're here, you don't understand the worth or the point of this person, and you kind of feel uncomfortable about where you've come to be or what you've got going on somewhere. And if you're completely in denial about the situation at hand and you don't want to know about it, that's really hard, because you might actually find that the truth is not that this person or this situation is wrong or dangerous. It's you. It's you. And the feeling of danger, thinking other people are the other people. The other people are broken, the other people are useless, or the other people are wrong, can actually only point a finger back at you and not even at them. So really take time, take care with your satisfaction patterns, and try to see the greater scheme of life. How can I say, it's like almost like the greater plan of God, or the greatest decisions that could be made from here on, because we're at the equinox point, we're in the global descendant now in Libra. The bestest and the worthiest connections can be made through what you have, rather than reaching too far out there. So take your time, Cancer, and unless it comes to your door, unless it just comes to you almost like as a freaky accident, or as like a freaky, hey, don't reach out for it. It may mean that there could be a lot of anger issues, I feel, for some who don't, how can I say, who don't require you. So sometimes during this type of energy, you might find that people melt down real quick, or they get really, really weird and sexual, or they get really freaky and possessive. When people are getting really freaky around you, let it go, because occasionally there's like anger and unsaid words or karmic imbalances that can happen with people. If people push in and rush in, unless you're stuck with someone like that at home. So for example, you're in a home situation and somebody around you is just possessed, or has like a lot of issues with their money or power, or tries to push you around and tries to bombard you with energy. That's not good. But unless they are your family, it's not worth the time. So for example, if you have this is a idea that could be like, say, if you got like, say, an epileptic son, has got a lot of seizures at the moment, or say you've got somebody in the family who's crying all the time, yelling, screaming, or having a really, really harsh experience with you, and has a lot of worthlessness or worth issues that you feel you're not part of. Take your time, take it down a notch, and be that person who's right for them, right with them, just because it can mend you for a really long time to come. And sometimes in these types of cycles, although I've said before that Libra is going to last as a influence for like 12 years or so, we can mold and mend something here. We can really attend to it and really stroke it kindly and sit with it. And it's almost not a prayer, it's like a service, like we service, or we devote ourselves to things that are in our face at home or family. But by doing that with others that don't matter, like say a boyfriend of 2 or 3 years who's suddenly gone off the rails and taking a lot of drugs, you don't need to do. But say if you've had that recently, just take it all away, put it away. Please, Cancer, it's not a good thing. But if you are born into a family with these issues, or if you've got a child with a type of issue, sometimes with incredible compassion, love, and care, we can mend these situations, and we can actually show ourselves that we can do so much more miracles, so many more amazing things than we used to recognize. So it's an incredibly spiritual month, if you're allowed to be. Humbleness and dedication, connection to others, creation of space in your home, creation of love, creation of true gentle care. I'd probably say in terms of buying things for the home, as other astrologers might suggest or advise, buying things, taking things out, making things new. Really, you don't have to do this because the home is inside. I mean, by now probably people should know that home is where the heart is. And definitely this month, home is where you are, Cancer, as well. So thank you very much for being you, and thank you so much for being so giving and so kind to us over the years. And I hope to see you soon, and enjoy your month. If you'd like a reading, let me know, and yes, I will see you in the next moon video.